What do you call a Terminator that's retired? Exterminator. Oh, I have a Swedish joke too. Sorry, I have to tell you. It's in Swedish. Vad är det för djur som går omkring runt Linköping och börjar på O? Oäv. I apologize. Welcome to Shave&Butcher. Today we're in the boiler room and we're gonna do a tour of my straight razors. Straight razors. I'm absolutely sober as well. Okay, so I really don't know how interesting this will be, but we'll go through them anyway. Start with the wedges. This is the eighth Shave&Butcher wedge with original horn scales, original pins, original everything. You've seen me shave with this. It's not the best shaver, but it's a cool looking instrument with a barber's notch and everything. You've seen this one too. You've seen most of these, if not all of them actually. If you follow faithfully, this is Shave&Butcher, all original except the pins are new. I took the scales apart and cleaned up the blade and cleaned up the scales, which are horn. You have some lead inlays here. Pretty nice. Similar, 7/8, I think it is. Another Sheffield wedge. This was the first one I restored. It was actually shiny then. It has a few scratches now, but it's a Bengal. TR Cadman and Sons. Can you see? So it has false turtle scales and a spacer, a wedge from my wife's window cleaning device. Here's another Sheffield wedge, a Lindner & Co. I think this is one of the prettiest razors I have. Really like this one. Almost a true wedge. Horn scales. A couple of Japanese. This is not really a wedge. This is a quarter hollow maybe. It's a Parker. It's in really good condition. Not the most comfortable shaver. I was a bit disappointed because I did spend a bit of money on this, but it's a beauty, it really is. This is a Union, quite similar, Japanese as well, made of Swedish steel, does it say? A simpler version. Does it focus? Well, you can see. Sort of quarter hollow, half hollow. This is my razor that I've actually shaved with from the 1700s. It's the oldest razor I own. It has some markings, which, no letters or anything, and it actually does shave. Not very comfortably, and you can see it's been used quite a bit and honed quite a bit. But I love these what do you call that? Washers, well, ornaments. Quite pretty. Original horn. And I have a frame back. I've had loads of frame backs. They don't shave very well, but it's what that is a cheaper way to make a razor. So the spine and this part is one piece of steel, and the blade itself is one piece of steel. So it's easier to make, and you just clamp it together so it holds. I paid $2 for this. This is a Helgestran, so it's a nice brand, Swedish razor. This is my gold dollar. God, I always forget the number. There you go. My son's stolen this, so he uses it all the time. I'm not a big fan. I think the length of the blade is a bit short, but he likes it and he thinks it looks cool. I guess it does. Then I have two razors that belong to my wife's grandfather. That's pretty cool. They've been honed up and they do shave. This is Erik Antonberg, and you have the famous shark on the blade. That's 4/8. It's a small razor. This belonged to him as well. It's a J.A. Hellberg, J.A. Hellberg. 4/8 as well, 4.5/8. Plastic scale, simple, but it's cool because it kind of comes from the family. Okay. This one it's like a half hollow Shave&Butcher with the horn scales. A good razor. Needs some honing. It has a bit of pitting. This is an extremely unforgiving light, isn't it? But there you go. Cool little 5/8 barber's knot. Now on to the full hollows. I used this quite a bit lately. It's my almost my newest addition to the den. The last comes last. SSA, Eskilstuna, Sweden, absolutely phenomenal condition. So I'm assuming no new old stock, and I got it like this. I haven't cleaned it up. Pretty little thing, really good shaver. It's one of my favorite razors, not the prettiest, and this has been cleaned up very extensively on Grease's compound, which you should never do for a full hollow, but I did, and it made it, and it's an absolutely fantastic shaver. 8/8, bit of a meat cleaver look, funny looking, Erik Antonberg. Over restored, but it's such a beautiful shaver. Where was I? Yep. I have, this is a quarter hollow, half hollow too. CV Hellistrand, also very nice condition, but you can see my Hohenmeister had to do a bit of work on it to get it working properly, and it isn't the best. It isn't in the best condition. I think it was over restored by someone else and sort of lost the geometry, and I paid it quite a bit of money for it, unfortunately, but it's still pretty. It's an MK42. This is maybe my best razor too. It's what I used most recently when I shaved. It's a Philharmonica 13. So it's 6/8, made in Spain. This is stainless steel. One of few stainless steel razors that I have that I'm aware of. It has the traditional Philharmonica logo on it. Perhaps my best razor. This one it's pretty flimsy. It's a Solingen, but it's made for the Swedish market. It says äkta svenskt kronprinsstål. So genuine Swedish Crown Prince steel, if that translates. 5-year guarantee or warranty. I think that those 5 years might have passed. It's fun to have. Again, one of the very best ones. This was the second razor that I got. I got it from my wife. It's a Ralph Aust. The best newly made, well, the best value for money in a newly made straight razor that you can get on the market. This is 6/8. He makes 5/8, the same look. Fantastic. And $160, I think, which is a steal because razors basically don't get better than that. This is Japanese, but it's made of Swedish steel, special made Swedish steel. It's a Tani Fuji, and it's a good razor. Could do with a bit of polishing, but then I like the patina on this one. Really good razor. This is another favorite. It's not been cleaned up properly. This used to be shiny, shiny. Been a bit careless. I use this a lot. It's a Shave&Butcher 5.5/8. Beautiful etching. Nice looking on the scales as well. Really, really good razor. This is the first razor I ever got. It has some oil on it, so it looks a bit weird. Yeah. Mart is the brand, one of many brands from Solingen. 5/8 German full hollow. Has sentimental value more than anything. Right. Then we have the latest addition to the den, Tier Isar. I've kind of always wanted one, and I purchased this one. This was bought by a Swedish gentleman 6 years ago, never used, so it's still in the box. Comes in this neat leather thingy. So I haven't shaved with this, and I don't expect it to be shave ready. So it will have to be honed. But would you look at that? Wow. So this one is called Wolf and Sheep because it has a wolf and a sheep on it. So that is, what is it? At least 6/8 in original, obviously, because it's fairly newly made horn scales. So really looking forward. I think this is going to be a really good razor. Yeah, it's not shave ready, but it's not far off. And I'll be the first one using it, which is really cool. Really, really cool. Okay, last but not least, my customs. The 2 customs I had made. This is a 9/8, pretty much a wedge. This has been on camera quite a bit. Can you see the angles on the toe? Really nice. Same sort of angles on the spine. See if we can get that. Absolutely terrific. Brass liner on the inside. Made by a Swedish gentleman who does this as a hobby because he's got a good proper job. Pretty cool. The RAÖ razor. The A and the Ö is Andreas Österhult. That is his name. Okay, last but not least is in the proper box, made in the Ukraine. This is the I Einstürzen den Neubauten man, the blade that I had put there, the art razor, 9/8, half hollow, half kilo. Really looking razor, cool looking razor, Capitan. So that's about it. Well, I have a bunch of other stuff, but then this is stuff I don't shave with, stuff that needs cleaning up. Most of these blades are pretty hopeless, but some of them can be saved maybe, we'll see. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Take care. Stay sharp.